Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Wendy here from Little Nest Crafts. Hope that you are all well and that you've had a good day today. The weekend is almost upon us. It's Friday evening here and it's getting quite late actually, but I wanted to do this video before I went to bed, or start it off anyway. The video this evening is on behalf of Suzanne over at Non-Stop Papercrafts. For those of you that follow me regularly will know that I've recently become part of her design team, and I've got great news for you, that she has brought out a beautiful spring kit, so hence this video. So what I will do, I'll give you a quick whiz through a couple of the pages. I haven't printed them all out, but there's 42 pages in total, and it's made up of 3 kits. The first kit you've got, if you can see here, it might not all fit in on one screen, so I will move it around so that you can see. And as you can see, it's beautiful pastels. This one's called Sweet Spring. It's made up of 14 pages, and you've got 2 sort of themes going. You know, this is all one kit, but you've got so many of the pages contain cute little animals. So you've got hedgehogs, you've got birds, you've got little mice, frogs, and all sorts of little creatures like that, all done very cutely. And you've also got some sort of like a collage-y pages going on as well, and I have printed a few of those out because the project that I'm going to be working with, I am going to be using some of the collage pages, so I'll show you what I've printed out in a minute. So that's the Sweet Spring kit, and it's, as I say, it's 14 pages. All of Suzanne's kits are available from her Etsy shop and her Ko-fi shop, and I'll post the links below in the information box. So if you are interested, just go to the information box just below this video, and you will just underneath the video, should I say, and you'll find all the details there. The next part of the kit is called the spring. Oh gosh, I can't get my words out today. You've got Spring Background Kit, and same again in 2 sorts of different themes. You've got these AI generated, I presume they're AI generated backgrounds. They look like it to me, but the beautiful colours, and they're all very dreamy, very spring-like. There's lots of flowers, scenes. You've got the stream there running through a little woodland area. You've got a mountainous area like a valley going on there, and all the lovely heathers, absolutely beautiful. And then you've got the florally background pages, and they are done in like they're not vibrant, they're done in a very soft, as though you're looking through a film, you know, as though you're looking through a glass with like a coating on it, all very dreamy. And I think that's quite effective how Suzanne has done that. And you've got daisies, and you've got some lovely pinks, oranges and yellows there. And then the third part of the kit is the spring blossoms, and I just love that. That just reminds me of fields near where I used to live in Derbyshire, where, you know, one of the farmers there planted all wildflowers, and it was a sight to behold. And in the later in the season, it was all full of poppies as well. We had another field, and it was just great to drive past it. But anyway, that's going off track a little bit, but that just reminded me of that. And also here where I live as well, Newport, they put spring flowers, you know, scattered floral seeds in the hedgerows and on traffic islands and things like that. So you get them dotted around, and oh, they just look like spectacular. So I hope they don't stop doing that, because it's beautiful. We try to do it here in the paddock that I've got at the back. and we had a successful year, but subsequent years it's all sort of died off. I think the couch grass has sort of been too much for it and it's all taken over. But anyway, so yeah, you've got all the florally bits and bobs, and then in this part of the kit as well, you've got all the ephemera. So you've got envelopes, tags, fussy cut flowers, you know, you name it, and it's in it really. You've got labels, and I'll put those to one side. And what I will do is I'll bring them closer to the screen so that you can see top and bottom, to give you an idea of some of the flowers and butterflies that you'll find in the kit. So that's the first page, and then you've got these lovely sweet animals. You've got ducks and rabbits and hedgehogs and badgers and otters. There's all sorts in there, and that's the other part, the collagey bit. And then you've got this dreamy sort of lovely subtle, that's the word, subtle background papers there, and then you've got the more vibrant scenic papers there. So beautiful kit, beautiful. So I'll move those to one side, and then I'll just show you a few of the papers that I've printed off. I'm sorry, but these are mostly the collage ones, what I was mentioning, because as I say, the project that I'm doing is I'm going to be using these, so I didn't want to be wasteful and print the others off, but I will get round to doing a project using the others. I might still use some of the pages, but I need to reduce the size because I'm not doing a full journal size project. I'm doing you know, half the size, where it's 2 to a page more or less. So there we go, look at those wildflowers on there, but you've still got a hint of grungy on the background, so I like the way that Suzanne has done that. She's put an overlay on there, and here you've got some of the little well, I don't think it's a badger, I think it looks like more like a raccoon, but you've got little baby goats and bees and some lovely florals and trees and that sort of thing, so that's beautiful. And then this is my final page I've printed. You've got baskets and frames and butterflies with some ledger paper and text and tickets and things like that. So so yeah, right up my street, this one. So those are a selection of some of the papers. And if you go over to Suzanne's YouTube page, Non-Stop Papercrafts, she'll be doing a flip through as well. I think the kit's being released. I think the kit has been released. If not, it's going to be it'll be released by the time you see this video anyway, so I don't know what I'm worrying about there. And then I've been doing some fussy cutting, and here you can see, I mean, look at that. That's one of the envelopes that are in the kit. Excuse the stripes. I need to do, if you can see, there's very faint stripes going across there. I need to do a cleaning of the heads on my printer, but that would make a lovely Easter envelope for a card, and that's what I'm actually going to use these for. These are going to be for my granddaughters, these two, but I will print them out again smaller to go in the project that I'm doing. But I just wanted to show you. Now what I've done, I printed one on best quality and one on not so best quality, and it's amazing the difference in the colour. This one's more of a yellowy and this is more of a pinky, so it does make a difference when you play with the settings on your printers. And then in it there's loads of, there's another envelope there, look, with a butterfly on, and oh, I love the background and that. It looks, you know, like she's been not watercolouring, but, you know, using pastels and things. So it looks very textured. I love how that's turned out. Very textured that is. Gorgeous, Suzanne. And then you've got, as I say, you've got butterflies, tickets. You've got lovely little word labels here. You've got little tags, you know, with florals on them. They're really lovely. So there's lots to play with. There's a frame there I've got to cut out, and you've got some things in the middle, and you've got tickets, some more butterflies here, which I'll put them in my stash to the left, but they're gorgeous butterflies. And what else have we got? You've got a selection of lovely tags, and these are really nicely done. They've got a background already on there for you, look, with robins, butterflies. You've got two different sizes. Little cute little baby lamb there, the raccoons, some rabbits, little foxes, and a robin. So those are those. And as I say, you've got a selection of words there, and then you've got some beautiful florals, and then you've got some postcards, another frame there, lovely postcard with some birds, back of an envelope there, and then you've got that lovely sheet there with the bees on. And as I say, you've got some gorgeous little fussy cut flowers. So if you're interested in the kit, hop along, and then if you want to follow what I'm doing, I'll just show you now. I'll leave those there. You've got baskets of flowers, vases of flowers. You've just got hand-tied bunches, some single flowers. And then lovely big rows there. Let me get rid of those. Over to the side. And then these are the selection of words. So you've got bloom, spring, bulbs, anything to do with springtime really, May, April, March, bloom, blossom, baskets, flourish. So quite a few words there to be helpful in your journal. And what I'm going to be doing, if I just move those out the way for a minute, clear the decks. There we go. What you need if you're going to be following my project is two of these, mailers, the DL sized ones, and all I've done is I've taken two. I've made sure that they're the same size, and I've taken the flap of this one and tucked it inside there and glued it down to join the two together. And to reinforce it, I have actually put some paper over the top of it as well. This one was glued down well and truly, and all I've done is I've made sure that these little end pieces, because these bits generally stick up on your envelope, are well stuck down, and I've inked round it all. And then on the back of here, all I've done is this lady is on one of the papers from the kit that I've cut out. This was an A4 sheet of paper here, and she was situated, oops, I forgot to tell you, you've got pockets as well. some nice large pockets in the kit. I've got to ink around those, so they might get used. Yeah, so this was the piece of paper. Let me move that out of the way so you can see. This was the A4 size paper, and then that was down there, and then that little lady was situated in here. So I've cut her out and I've put her in. She more or less fits in, perfect size, but I misjudged it a little bit and left a gap, but it doesn't matter about that, because when we put our beautiful papers on the front, I'm going to be coming over the edge of there. I'm going to be tearing these edges and you know, putting them around the top, so you won't see that little part there. And we're going to cover those, and we're just going to make a little folio out of here. And all I've done is we're not going to use this window here, and I've just folded up the bottom to make a double pocket. So if you want to catch up, get yourself 2 mailers, join them together, put yourself a picture of whatever you want or a background piece. It just hides the inside of the mailer. Some of them are quite pretty, but you know, that isn't very spring-like, so I wanted to hide that. And then all I've done is I've put some masking tape down the join in the middle, just to strengthen it, because obviously this is going to be opening and closing all the time, so it just helps strengthen where you're going to be stitching your signature into. And then all I've done then is I've used my bone folder just to make sure that all the edges are nicely creased to get it to sit nice and flat. I'll go over them again because it won't hurt, especially when there's thick areas like that. And that's all there is to making the base of your little folio. Now I might be adding some flaps, but I'll have a look at that as we're going along. All right. So everybody, if you want to join me in the making of this little folio, it might have some extra flips and flaps to make it a little bit more interesting. So I do hope that you will join me. I'm going to finish this video for now because it's getting a bit on the long side. But I do hope that you've enjoyed the introduction to Suzanne's kit, and that you'll pop over to her shop and you know, help yourself to the beautiful spring kit. And I hope that you'll join me in the next video. So until then, I'll say bye for now and take care, and hope to see you soon. Bye.